Jai Hind. So, in this part of the video, we'll be discussing about our CDS 1 2023 question paper. We'll try to analyze the answers of set 1, set A English paper. तो एक एक करके देखते हैं what were the question being asked. If you revise the previous question, it might be very beneficial for your upcoming exams because we have seen the questions being repeated and you will get the pattern of how the questions are being asked. So the first is word classes. Here the underlined word, we need to identify which word in this underlined word, what kind of a thing it is. So just read the sentence, try to analyze the underlined word. I like that boy. So here, I is a noun and that boy. I'm saying I like that boy. So I'm demonstrating. I'm saying that I'm saying the location. I'm saying which boy I like. So it is demonstrative pronoun. Next, moving ahead to the second one. Without health, there is no happiness. So in this, happiness and health both are interrelated to each other. Here, without health, I cannot have happiness. So happiness is being used as a noun in the sentence. Next one, third, you have no sense. No sense. Sense is a noun and it is determining what kind of a sense. No sense. So determiner is the right answer for this third one. None of these cars is in use. None of the car. Whatever cars that I have, none are in use. So about the car, the none is a infinite indefinite pronoun where the number of cars that I have is not determined to me. It is indefinite. It is not a definite number, it is indefinite. I don't know the number, so none is an indefinite pronoun. For fifth question, we shall now begin to work. So begin is actually a verb. To start something is a verb. We are starting, we are beginning to do. So beginning is a verb and we are describing what kind of a verb it is. So now, now is an adverb here. Now, owing to his ill health, he retired from business. Owing to is a preposition being used in this sentence. Owing to is a preposition. Owing to his ill health, he retired from business. So, owing to हमारा यहाँ पर preposition है. Then my sister is just 16 and therefore not eligible to vote. As these two sentences, as you can read, my sister is just 16, not eligible to vote. So these two are independent sentences और इसको connect कर रहे हैं हम लोग by and therefore. So these are conjunction. Conjunction connects the two sentences. They tried to find fault with us. Tried to. So to is an infinitive. Infinitive. So infinitive, here we are using infinitive. They tried to find fault with us. It is not a to is not a verb, neither it is gerund. So gerund, so a participle is here. As you can see, it is not a verb, neither it is a participle. So the only left option is infinitive. It could be something else too, but out of the rest, out of the options that we have, we can go for just infinitive. So when you get this kind of a question in your paper, you try to eliminate the options which cannot be the true. So here, eighth one, they try to find fault with us. To is an infinitive. Which way shall we go? Which way? Here, which is not a noun. Gerund, no. It is not gerund. Sorry for the pronunciation. Actually, it is adjective. Here, which way shall we go? We are asking which way. So here, which is not a conjunction. Conjunction connect the two words. Two sentences. Noun, it cannot be. Gerund, it cannot be because it's gerund is like a verb. So the only left option is which is an adjective. Which way to shall we go? Which is an adjective. Alas, it shows the your emotional expression while in a sentence. So it is an interjection. So alas is an interjection. Interjection. Now, next one is fill in the blanks. We are just concerned with those things which might be asked in the questions. So fill in the blanks is the next one. So he was that speaker that I had ever heard. He I have ever heard. तो मैंने लाइफ में ऐसे स्पीकर कभी नहीं देखा. So this option, out of the option, we should select the one which is the most extreme in this case. So the most extreme is the most eloquent. The most eloquent. More it cannot be. We are comparing with the highest degree. So most will be the correct answer. He was the most eloquent speaker that I had ever heard. What was the name of the person to whom To whom you spoke on the phone. To whom will be the whom. Who nahi hoga, whose nahi hoga, which nahi hoga. English is such a language, when you read the sentence, you'll get to know what answer might be the correct one. Have you seen Mohan lately? Lately will be the right answer. We live in a quite an old house. Quite will be the correct answer. Fairly, pretty, rather won't be the right answer. Quite an old house. So, I'm playing tennis. I'm playing tennis tomorrow unless it rains. So जब तक रेन नहीं होता I will be playing tennis. I'm playing tennis. मैं तब तक खेलूंगी. I'm playing tennis. मैं तब तक खेल रही हूँ tomorrow. मैं कल तब तक खेलूंगी टेनिस unless it rains. जब तक रेन नहीं आ जा, बारिश नहीं होती तब तक खेलूंगी. So the correct answer will be unless it rains. That's it. Next is 16th one. The dash of the car is unknown. The makeup nahi hoga. Makeup won't be the right answer. Made up, making. So these are not the correct answer. The make of the car is unknown. Don't try to use unnecessary phrasal verbs here. The make is the correct answer. Next, he paid. We see that in exam we try to analyze the questions and we try to change the app option based on the. We try to uh, check whether which sentence, which word will fit in. But instead of doing that, you just go with your instinct. The first option. Don't try to change the options. Now, it is mostly seen that the first option is your instinct that says which option is correct, and when you try to change, जब exam में change करते हैं तब mostly it happens that you um, tend to make mistakes. 17th one, he paid his debts uh, down to the last penny. He paid his debts down to the last penny. उसने सारे पूरे down to the last penny उसने सब pay कर दिया. Now developing infrastructure in a diverse country requires detailed planning. Developing growth नहीं होगा. Poverty, developing poverty. Poverty won't be the right answer first of all. Scarcity won't be. Growth हो सकता है, developing growth. But develop, we can't develop the growth. So the correct answer is infrastructure. 19th one, adequate. Here the correct answer is adequate provisions have been made to support the agriculture. Minimum, the adequate amount of the provisions have been made to support agriculture. Now the dash growth in the Indian financial market can be attributed to a number of reforms. The phenomenal growth, मतलब एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी ग्रोथ इन द इंडियन फाइनेंशियल मार्केट, उसे हम एट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं, कैन बी एट्रीब्यूटेड टू ए नंबर ऑफ रिफॉर्म्स. बिकॉज ऑफ द नंबर ऑफ रिफॉर्म्स दैट हैपेंड, our growth, phenomenal growth happened in our Indian financial market. Now ordering of sentences will, I'll leave this because you can do it this very easily in your exam. I'll directly move on to our idioms and phrases. Idioms and phrases, just be careful that the literal meaning won't be the correct answer of the idioms. You try to get into what the phrase is about. Like, see the sentence, have you, this idiom, it talks about have an axe to grind. I have an axe to grind मतलब मेरे पास कुछ है काम करने के लिए. I have a selfish aim or motive. I have an axe to grind. I have some work. I have some selfish aim or motive to do. Bite the bullet. Bite the bullet is to accept something unpleasant and difficult. Biting the bullet is very difficult. So obviously the answer will be and difficult and unpleasant, but you are accepting. If I say can you bite the bullet? But out of the arrogance, you'll say, yes, I accept. You're accepting something which is unpleasant and difficult to do for you. Have an axe to grind, you have selfish aim or motive to do. Now laughing stock, something, when we say that something is a laughing stock, we are saying that someone who does something very stupid and is made fun of. When someone is doing something stupid and we are laughing on and is made fun of, that thing is called, that person is called laughing stock. Pay over the odds, to pay more for something than it's worth. Pay over the odd, you're paying extra, you're paying something that is to pay more. जितना उसका प्राइस है उससे ज्यादा पे करना. पे ओवर द ऑड्स, जो जितना प्राइस है उतना हमने पे नहीं किया, उसके ज्यादा कर दिया. प्ले टू द गैलरी. Play to the gallery, to say some things that will make people admire you. To play to the gallery, you can remember the like this. जब हम कुछ करते हैं तो उससे एडमायर करें, लोग तुम्हारे प्रेज करें, दे एडमायर यू, सो यू आर प्लेइंग टू द गैलरी। गैलरी में हम डिस्प्ले करते हैं इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स, सो व्हेन यू आर प्लेइंग टू द गैलरी, यू आर डिस्प्लेइंग, यू आर पुटिंग समथिंग ऑन द गैलरी विच इज, यू आर टू से थिंग्स, हम वो बातें बोल रहे हैं दैट विल मेक पीपल एडमायर यू। सो प्ले टू द गैलरी, हम वो डिस्प्ले कर रहे हैं दैट विल एडमायर यू। सिमिलरली हम वो बातें बोल रहे हैं दैट विल मेक पीपल एडमायर यू। नेक्स्ट, बी इन द सूप, टू बी इन द ट्रबल। सूप में रहेंगे मतलब वी आर इन ट्रबल, वी वांट समवन्स हेल्प। सूप मतलब वी कैन से इट एज अ वाटर, so we are in the water, we are in trouble. A turn of the screw, an action which makes a bad situation worse, to turn off the screw, इसका मतलब है an action which makes a bad situation worse, to a turn of the screw, screw को turn करना मतलब you are already in a bad situation and you are making it more worse. So a turn of the screw matlab an action which makes a bad situation worse. Now a white elephant, something that has cost a lot of money but has no useful purpose. White elephant हम लोग क्या ही यूज करेंगे उसका, so white elephant is something बहुत महंगा होता है पर उसका कुछ यूजफुल नहीं है. A hot potato, a hot potato is something that is difficult to deal with. When I say try to hold the hot potato, it is difficult as you all know, so something which is difficult to deal with. Apple and oranges, people who are different and thus incomparable. Apple and oranges, you can't compare apple with oranges, both of them are different from each other. Next one, now we are moving ahead to spotting errors. Okay, we need, out of the four options we need to find out where the error lies. So the 41st here, guest is unwelcome. Guest, as you know, guest is not one guest, it guest is a collective, so we can say guest are. So this is the wrong error, guest are will be the correct answer. The guests are unwelcome when he stays too long. So guests are unwelcome when he stays too long. So the our wrong one is guest is. So the first one is wrong. My friend and benefactors has come. This is the correct one. You remember like this, when we use have is only used when we are talking about one person. So here you can see clearly my friend is the one person, benefactor is the second person. So you're talking about two persons. So it is has, so it is a correct one. Either he or I, so I am mistaken. Whenever you are using the third one, you are using or. जब और से कनेक्ट करते हैं हम दो चीजों को, तो और के लास्ट वाले को हम चेक करते हैं, that will be matching with this. I am, so correct. If it is he के साथ has, he has mistaken, वैसे करके हम कनेक्ट करते हैं. Here और के साथ हम हमेशा I, ये जो थर्ड सेकेंड वन और जिससे लास्ट में कनेक्टेड है उससे चेक करते हैं. आई एम मिस्टेकन, सो देयर इज नो एरर, इट इज करेक्ट. ईच ऑफ दीज सब्सटेंसेस आर फाउंड इन इंडिया. ईच ऑफ द सब्सटेंसेस, ईच सारे सब्सटेंसेस एक एक करके एक एक सब्सटेंसेस इज फाउंड इन इंडिया, इज होना चाहिए बिकॉज वी आर यूजिंग. अगर these substances are found in India, then this is correct. Each we are using, so each will go with is found in India. Who do you wish to see? So whom will be the correct answer. Whom do you wish to see? Now 46th, it was one of the best speeches that has ever been made in the parliament. There is no error in this sentence. एग्जाम में हम हमेशा नो एरर को टिक करने में बहुत ज्यादा घबराते हैं, बट यू कीप इन माइंड यूपीएससी always gives maximum of two non no error of sentences. तो हमेशा no error में घबराना नहीं है. You see the questions, you sentences and read it. It was one of the best speeches that has ever been made in the parliament. So there is no error. I played with same bat. I played with the same bat. So the should be the correct. We should use the that you used. Now here, his written statement differ in several important respects from his oral statement. There is no error in this sentence also. एग्जाम में हम ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं, जो बड़े बड़े sentences होते हैं rarely UPSC marks error in those sentences. जो बड़े बड़े sentences है, try to look into the sentences, mostly there are no errors. I have ordered for 3 cups of three cups of coffee, sorry. So I have ordered, I have ordered, I have ordered फोर एक्स्ट्रा है, हम लोग लिख सकते हैं दिस सेंटेंसेस कैन easily we can be said as I have ordered 3 cups of tea, four is extra. Now 50, one must not boast of one's own success, ये भी नो एरर है. सो इन दिस पेपर ये चार तो नो एरर हो गए. One must not boast of one's own success, this is a no error. Synonym के बारे में देखिए. Synonym, try to correlate which is having the nearest in meaning with the out of the four options. There are plenty of graduates anxious for work, मतलब eager है, कोई भी eager है. anxious मतलब इस sentence की अगर हम ये sentence पढ़े तो anxious का मतलब eager है. There are plenty of graduates anxious for work, मतलब eager for work. The power of the monarchy was circumscribed by new law. He was constrained. The power of the monarchy was circumscribed by the new law, मतलब उसके पावर को हमने circumscribed मतलब उसके कम कर दिया by the new law. न्यू लॉ की वजह से मोनार्की का पावर हमने कम कर दिया. constraint मतलब to diminish the power. नेचुरलाइज्ड, नेचुरल कर दिया, ये तो नहीं होगा. नोटिफाइड, हमने सबको नोटिफाई कर दिया दैट दीज आर द पावर्स, दिस कुडंट बी द ट्रू. सर्कमवेंटेड, ये दिस कैन बी सेड टू बी सर्कम, इसका ऑपोजिट है. सो द करेक्ट आंसर विल बी कॉन्स्ट्रेन्ड मतलब कम करना. नाउ वी कॉट हिम ईव्सड्रॉपिंग. ईव्सड्रॉपिंग इज वेरी पॉपुलर वर्ड, ये सभी को पता चलना चाहिए. दिस इज अ न्यू जनरेशन वर्ड. इट इज टू लिसन सीक्रेटली. ईव्सड्रॉपिंग मतलब अपने कान को लगा के कहीं डोर के पास हमें सुन रहे हैं. ईव्सड्रॉपिंग मतलब वी आर लिसनिंग सीक्रेटली. We caught him eavesdropping outside the window, listening secretly. The party leader exhorted his member. Exhorted matlab urged his members to start preparing for the formation of their government. Urged matlab to, for force, to give importance to other, sorry, मतलब उसे फोर्स करना कि द पार्टी लीडर एक्सहॉर्टेड मतलब उसे अर्ग किया. अर्ग विच मीन्स फोर्स किया कि फोर्स डोंट, आई एम नॉट गेटिंग द राइट वर्ड. मतलब पार्टी लीडर ने ही स्ट्रेस्ड ऑन his members to start preparing for the formation of their government. Urged will be the right answer. The local people are hospitable to strangers. Cordial, cordial, which means kind. Hospitable or cordial are synonyms. In such traditional methods seems incongruous in our technical age. Incongruous, inappropriate. इनकॉन्ग्रुएंट बोलते हैं ना हम लोग मैथ्स में. इनकॉन्ग्रुएंट मतलब उससे रिलाई नहीं कर रहा है, पैरेलल नहीं है बोथ. सो वी कैन से इनकॉन्ग्रुएंट मतलब इनअप्रोप्रिएट. दो हम लोग मैथ्स में इनकॉन्ग्रुएंट कॉन्ग्रुएंसी प्रूव करते हैं ना बिटवीन टू ट्रायंगल्स, whether they are similar or not. तो इसमें हम सेम वी कैन से दैट इनकॉन्ग्रुएंस मतलब inappropriate. Now, Mohan has mercurial temperature, volatile temperature, temperament. उसके बारे में वी आर सेइंग मोहन का टेम्परामेंट, हाउ हिज मेंटल स्टेबिलिटी इज. सो मोहन हैज mercurial temperament. Temperament is anger, I think it is anger. So his anger is volatile, कभी भी खत्म हो जाता है. Mohan has mercurial temperament. Volatile will be the right answer. I'm not able to explain properly, but the answer is volatile. Mohan has a volatile temperament. It is obligatory, it is essential for all the employees to wear protective clothing. Now, predisposition, it is vulnerability. She has a genetic predisposition to liver diseases. जेनेटिकली वो वल्नरेबल है टू द लिवर डिजीजेस. वो जेनेटिकली ही उसे डिजीज फैल गया है. वल्नरेबल मतलब उसे कॉज, शी इज सफरिंग फ्रॉम दिस डिजीज. वल्नरेबल टू vulnerability, she has a genetic vulnerability to liver diseases. Let me check the correct answer. I think vulnerability is when some person, vulnerability, vulnerability which means that you are suffering from that disease genetically. She wore a sardonic smile on her face. What kind of a mocking smile? She was laughing as she was smiling. She was controlling her mocking smile on her face. So किसी के ऊपर हम लोग हंसते हैं ना, वैसे ही मॉकिंग स्माइल होगा. सार्डोनिक मतलब शी वॉज वोर अ सार्डोनिक स्माइल, मतलब मॉकिंग स्माइल ऑन हर फेस, जिसे देखकर सभी हंसने लगे, ऐसा स्माइल. Then we have, will not read all this, we'll directly move on to antonyms. Brevity. Let me increase. Brevity is the soul of wit. Brevity is verbosity. How to go for antonym? Most of the students they ask antonym कैसे हम करें antonym. पहले तो बहुत मुश्किल मुश्किल आते हैं. देखो brevity, we have never heard of this. Brevity is the soul of wit. So try to see the correlation. ये तीन जो होंगे वो synonyms होंगे, and third, the last one will be the answer will be different from the three. So उसके बीच में देखना है. Brevity is the soul of wit. Verbosity will be the right answer for brevity is the soul of wit. Verbosity का क्या मीनिंग है? Verbosity मतलब how to say in English? Verbose is something, uh, verbosity. So you verbosity मतलब कह सकते हैं यूजिंग और कंटेनिंग मोर वर्ड्स देन आर नीडेड. तो हम इसको हम वैसे समझ सकते हैं, वर्बोसिटी मतलब जितना मीनिंग है उससे ज्यादा वर्ड्स. वर्बोसिटी का मतलब ब्रेविटी इज द सोल ऑफ विट. जो ब्रेविटी मतलब जो लैंग्वेज दैट वी स्पीक, उसमें जो वर्ड्स दैट वी यूज, दैट इज द सोल ऑफ विट. विट मतलब इंटेलिजेंस. So the person who is intelligent will use more words. Brevity, the one will use less words. Brevity, which means less words, and verbosity, which means the using more words than required. मतलब चपड़ चपड़ करना, verbosity. And brevity मतलब कम बोलना. Brevity is the soul of wit. Now blend the grains to make a smooth paste. Blend मतलब, blend का मतलब तो होता है एक दूसरे में mix करना. We are mixing them together. Separate will be the right answer for this. Antonym, we are using the antonym of this. Completely opposite words. The project wasted a considerable amount, considerable trifling amount of money and time. So the project wasted a considerable amount of time and money. So उस project में हमने बहुत time waste कर दिया. Trifling which means very less. Plenty का मतलब भी ज़्यादा होता है. Abundant and substantial. All of these are correlated. देखो इसका इसका और इसका meaning, they, which means that much of the time and money we have wasted. Trifling which means completely different. Trifling will be the right answer. Then disdainful, she has always been disdainful of people who haven't been to college. Disdainful which means not respecting, so respectful will be the right answer. He had a frugal lunch. Frugal which means very less amount of lunch he had. So extravagant will be the, frugal मतलब बहुत ही सस्ता लंच खाया उसने. एक्स्ट्रावेगेंट बहुत ही पैसा लगा के लंच खाया. Extravagant will be the right answer. Now he is forced to lead an itinerant life. Itinerant life, settled will be the antonym of this. He was forced to lead an itinerant life. तो ऐसे ही वो लाइफ जी रहा था. सेटल्ड मतलब होता है आराम से एक जगह पे सेटल होकर. यू आर हैविंग फाइनेंशियली, यू आर स्टेबल, एंड यू आर हैविंग अ हाउस विथ यू, सेटल्ड लाइफ. तो उसका एंटोनिम होगा इटिनरेंट लाइफ विदाउट बेस्ट सेटलमेंट. His malicious intents. Malicious is a negative word, so benevolent मतलब kind होता है, उसका right answer होगा. Benevolent is the antonym of this. Perpetual. Comics tend to perpetuate several myths. Keys will be the right answer. कॉमिक में हम देखा है कि कॉमिक्स में बहुत ही मिथ लिखे रहते हैं. परपेचुएट सेवरल मिथ. पर कीज का मतलब उसमें कुछ नहीं रहते हैं, उसमें रहते हैं. परपेचुएट मतलब रहते हैं कॉमिक्स में मिथ. एंड कीज टू एग्जिस्ट मतलब कीज बिल्कुल कॉमिक्स में नहीं रहते. सो दीज आर टू वर्ड्स आर एंटोनिम्स टू ईच अदर. कृष्णा इज रीडाउटेबल पर्सन. Redoubtable person. इसका एंटोनिम होगा अनइम्प्रेसिव. सो रीड आउटेबल, कृष्णा इज एन रीड आउटेबल पर्सन, जिस पे डाउट नहीं किया जा सकता. ही इज अ परफेक्ट पर्सन. So the antonym will be unimpressive person. The movie is about fusion of old and contemporary idea. Fusion matlab uska collaboration together. You are mixture, fusion. So separation will be the right answer. We saw this question again. देखो, blend का separate and fusion is also separation. We'll move ahead to the close comprehension. इसमें how to attempt this close comprehension, you just go about reading the sentence and reading the passage, and you will get through all the answers. Just try to correlate this first sentence with the next one. So it is necessary in regard to any war, when in regards to any war, with regard to the wars it is necessary. So the right answer is it is necessary in regards to any war to consider not its proper justification in past agreements, but its real justification in the balance of the good, which is to bring to it is to bring to mankind. At the beginning of the war, each nation under the influence of what is called patriotism believe that its own victory is both certain and of great importance to mankind. देखो यहाँ पर conjunction we are using certain and of great importance. So this is actually both, we can both is the right answer. So both certain and of great importance will be the right answer. And when we are dealing with nation, it is always about, so beginning of a war, each nation under the influence of what is called patriotism believe. Patriotism, हम देशभक्ति से हम बिलीव करते हैं कि that our own victory is both certain and of great importance to mankind. वो that depends on both the things. Now the praiseworthiness of this belief has become an acceptable maximum of common sense. Even when the war is actually in progress, it is it के साथ has नहीं होगा. So clearly the answer is it is held to be natural and right that a citizen of any enemy country regard the victory of his side as assured and highly desirable. So should regard the victory of his side as highly desirable. अपनी victory सभी को desirable अच्छी लगती है. We are desiring that. Now, by concentrating attention upon the supposed advantages of the victory of our own side, we become, हम क्या बन जाते हैं, we become more or less blind to the evil inseparable from war and equally certain whichever side may ultimately prove victorious. हम विक्ट्री की बात कर रहे हैं, तो ultimately the final thing we are proving to be victory. So the right answer victorious, yet so long as these are not fully realized, it is impossible to judge just to judge justly whether to judge, हम क्या जज करें, to be judged, to judging is the wrong, not completely wrong. Having judged, this is also wrong. So the right answer will be it is impossible to judge justly whether a war is or not likely to be beneficial to the human race, although the theme is right and it is necessary before, therefore briefly to remind ourselves what the evil of the war really are. Next, prepositions and determiners. Now we will be reading about the preposition or determiners भी 10 marks के लिए you can expect. So Steve has gone away, he will be away until Monday. Until will be the right answer. वो बाहर रहेगा until Monday. Monday तक वो बाहर गया है. Steve has gone away, वो कहीं दूर गया है और वो Monday तक ही बाहर रहेगा. He will be away until Monday. Until Monday he will be away. I'll see you on Friday morning. On Friday morning. In Friday morning won't be the right answer. On Friday morning को हम देखेंगे. I'll see you. मैं Friday morning को तुम्हें देखूंगी. Steve has gone away. He will be away until Monday, and I'll see you on Monday morning. Write your name at the top. At the top of the page. पेज के ऊपर पर लिखो. At पर मतलब at होता है. In English we use at. So on the page you write So at the top you write this. So at will be the correct answer. I'll see you on Friday morning. Now Sohan is studying at the university. In the university will be the wrong answer. Sohan is studying at the university. He is studying. Uh, when we are specifying the name of the university, then the answer could be different. The university, we are talking in general, so the answer will be Sohan is studying at the university. He is indebted to his friend. To his friend. वो he is indebted to his friend. So वो उसने वो अपने दोस्त को से उसने लिया है, what do we call, money. So he has to pay to his friend. So the right answer will be 2. Can I be held responsible for my spouse debts? It was fun to hang out with the peer. Can you pass the sugar? Please. Can you pass the sugar? We are talking about the particular sugar, तो the होगा इसमें. We are using a sugar क्योंकि हम इस sugar को a नहीं कर सकते. We know don't. a तभी करते हैं when we know the quantity of that. Sugar तो uncountable होता है, uncountable noun. So and भी नहीं होगा, and the will be the right answer. Our train leaves from platform. No article for this. Our train leaves from platform number 5. So इसमें कोई भी article नहीं होगा. When you go, when you might have heard, in the railway station they make announcement like this: our train leaves from platform number 5. They don't use the or any article before. Now some children learn very quickly. A won't be the right answer. Any, much, they don't sound right. When you try to use them, you'll get to know that the right answer is some. Some children learn very quickly. Now, completion of the sentence. This is the last section. We are going for the completion of the sentence. They were informed that an inaugural version of the scheme had 3 parts. इससे हमें completion of the sentence, which this is the half sentence, and out of the 4 options you have to complete the sentence by adding whichever you feel to be right. So here they were informed, तो ये past tense है. They were informed that the inaugural version of the scheme had 3 parts. So उसके साथ past tense ही लगेगा, had ही लगेगा. Has won't be the right answer. Had ही correct है. What would you do if you won a lot of money? ठीक है, this is a question. So obviously the correct will be a lot of monies won't be the right answer. This is eliminated. And if you have won, if you would won. So this is completely wrong. Out of the B and C, the right answer is what would you do if you won a lot of money? Go with the simple option that mostly turns out to be true. Don't complicate unnecessarily. If it stopped raining, we could go out. अगर बारिश रुक गया तो we could go out. Let me know if you have any further news. Here, if it stopped raining, we could, because we don't know whether if it is stopped, then only we could go out. Let me know if you have any further news. We stayed at the cheapest hotel in the town. At the cheapest hotel in the town. We stayed at the cheapest will be the right answer. At the cheapest, सबसे cheapest में हम लोग गए तो cheapest. Use the superlative degree. Now, Julia got married when she was 22. Got married. Here you can see this is a past tense, so you go with the was. When she was 22. Since would be the right answer because तो होगा ही नहीं, as भी नहीं होगा. Since will be the wrong answer. Since हम लोग since and for is a different concept. We'll read about that. What time does this train get in London? What time does this train get in London? So what time does this train get in London? At London नहीं होगा, into London, to London. So what time does the train get in London? In. लंदन में ये ट्रेन कब पहुंचेगी, इन लंदन. नाउ हाउ आर यू गेटिंग अलोंग विथ, गेटिंग अलोंग your new job, getting along your new job. So how are you getting along your new job? Getting along will be the right answer. Getting off, this is a phrasal verb which has the completely different meaning. Getting off, getting on. So getting along your new job. I am trying to cut down on coffee. You are trying to minimize the amount of drink that you amount of coffee that you drink in a day. So cut down on coffee. Many accidents are caused by careless driving. So these were some of the English uh, CDS 2 2023 paper. I hope you understood. If I made any mistake, sorry from my end. Thank you.